YouTube Nation, Me Event TV, aka Me TV, aka Eagles fans, I'm telling you now, if you're real sensitive, I'm telling you right now, alright? Either unfollow me, unsub, do what you gotta do to make yourself feel better. Because today, I gotta say it, fuck the fucking Eagles. You gotta be kidding me. Anybody who thinks that just because we won on Sunday, that everything's okay all of a sudden, you're fucking crazy. Understand this. For those who understand what I'm talking about, alright? Last week, we're gonna start from last week, after we lost, alright? Jason Babin, that's right, Jason, this fucking bitch, let me tell you something, right? Jason Babin comes out and says that everybody is stupid to think that the wide 9 defense hurts the team. You know what? Let's see his tweet on that shit. I've been telling y'all for weeks now about the attitude of this fucking team. What Jason Babin doesn't understand, because he's obviously not watching the same games we watching or the footage, alright? The wide 9 defense is hurting us because we don't have the personnel to use the wide 9 defense. So you get rid of the formation until you get that, you get that personnel. That's what it is. And for anyone who says, oh, well, it worked on Sunday, no, it didn't. Andy Reid came out and said, if you didn't realize the formations, all right? Andy Reid came out and said they switched the wide 9 to a 6. So understand that's what helped us. But that's not all, because as we know, the defense still lacked. And I put it like this, because anyone says, oh, we won the game, we did good. Understand that the Redskins almost came back from 20 points down. Understand that. It came down to the last play. Come on, man. Come on, stop this. And old Rex showed up. It wasn't the new Rex that showed up, and Redskins fans have been saying this, all right? No, old Rex showed up. Fuck it, I'm going deep. Interception Rex. That's who showed up. So I'm not trying to hear that all of a sudden the wide 9 defense works. See, Jason Babin obviously doesn't do his research or does his film enough. He just want to sit there and pose like he fucking Superman. I put it like this. You in Philly. If you can't take criticism, yeah, get the fuck out. No one cares about you, Jason Babin, at this point. And I'll put it like this. Since you have a big problem with people saying shit because you think you're such this great athlete, take the Avenge Stance Challenge. And I put it like that because, like I said, you're a good football player, but understand this. You're not a better all-around athlete than me. I put it like that, right? Can you jump higher than me? Hell no. I put it like that. Hell no. If anyone who needs any proof, they say you can send this shit to them. I don't care. All right? The fact is, we can do it old school. Basketball players, you don't know what I'm talking about. We can take turns jumping up and tapping the top, was it the backboard, and see who gets it higher. We go old school with it, all right? Can he run faster than me? Hell no. Hell no, all right? We can get on a track and run. We can do a 40-yard, 100-yard. We can do whatever you want, Jason Babin, all right? And do you have more stamina than me? Hell no. All right, and the ladies will back me up on that shit. All right, look, I don't have time for this, all right? Because we're going to talk about more of this whole criticism thing with the Eagles and how all of a sudden all these people are bitching. Because for those who don't know, last week again, all right, Eagles fans went down to NovaCare Complex and across the street, put a sign up saying, Andy Reid, it's time to go. And these fucking bitches, Kels and Mathis, went over there. They left their property to come over there and threaten the fans, threaten to beat up the fans for having that sign. You gotta be kidding me. Look, I'll put it like this, all right? First off, fans, the fuck is wrong with you, all right? You don't let nobody threaten you. You don't do that, all right? That's grounds for an ass whipping. I don't know where the fuck y'all come from, but like I said, this Philly, I wish they would have got the right people. I'm telling you, anyone from North Philly, Southwest, even South, y'all know what I'm talking about, all right? Down in Old Town, y'all know, come on, man. Come on, Roxborough, any place in Philly. Ain't no one putting up with that shit, all right? Soon as they said they drove up in the car, was like, well, if I get out the car, it's gonna be something. Then do something. See, and this is what I understand, all right? Because as far as I'm concerned, when someone threatens you, that's it. You don't wait for them to threaten you anymore. It's on. That's it, all right? So as soon as he would have stepped out the car, 1 foot out the car, he was going to be met. He should have been met with punches. I'm not trying to hear this bullshit to where all of a sudden you're going to wait for the guy to get out the car, get in your face, and then all of a sudden, oh, we're going to have all this big hubbub and all this drama. No, if y'all going to do it, then do it, all right? And you don't threaten people. If you can't take a fucking sign outside and you get all sensitive, you don't need to be here, Mathis. And Kelsey, was it Kelsey? Didn't you just snap the ball not too long ago, almost down there in the end zone? I'm not trying to hear this shit. And then after all that was said, when the Eagles won, the sign people went out there again and said, thank you for winning, and you're welcome, because they gave them the motivation, to win the game. And then Kelsey and Mathis went over there and apologized. No, I'm not trying to hear all that apology shit. I'm not trying to hear it, all right? Someone threatens you. That's it. There's nothing else to it. That's it. I don't understand. And they're taking pictures with him and camera. What the fuck? Come on, man. That's not what Philly's about. And these guys, they're not from Philly. They said they were from like South Jersey or somewhere up in the suburbs somewhere. So they don't have that Philly attitude like we do, all right? I'd be damned if someone's gonna fucking threaten me. They sitting, a foot away from me and saying, I'll fuck you up. As soon as you say, I'll fuck, that's it. It's a wrap. And that goes for a lot of people in this city. Understand, a lot of people don't take that shit. A lot of them. So these players, you know, like I said, y'all can act like y'all Superman or whatever. You understand? We here, we don't care about your stature. We don't care about how much money you make. We don't care. You get paid to do a job, and if you're not doing your job, you should be let go or fired just like anybody else that doesn't do their job. Understand that. You should realize it is a privilege to play professional football. But you're not going to throw your weight around here like you some big shot, all right? Nah, just because you big don't mean nothing, all right? Ain't no one scared of no fucking size. Ain't no one scared of that. What the fuck wrong with y'all? Y'all get stole right from the door with that shit. You think somebody going to wait for you to swing on first? What the fuck wrong with you? All right, so understand, guys, that the Eagles' attitude, this team, after the season, needs to be blown up. There's too many personalities on here who decide they're going to get after the fans. And let me speak about the fans for a minute, because a lot of you guys have been sending me tweets about how you guys are being threatened. That's right, being threatened to being killed because of your opinion on the Eagles. Really? You know, I put it like this. All the people who are threatening other Eagles fans because of the way this team is playing, understands, I really wish that you took that passion and used it for real life issues. Really. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? You're threatening on killing people now? Too bad y'all wasn't like that before, you know, when the Eagles actually said something to fans. This is what I was trying to tell y'all. See, this attitude of this team, it needs to go. And y'all think that I'm just hating? No, fuck that, all right? There's no reason, I don't care if they win out from here on out. You do not go out there, leave your property to go across the street and threaten fans. You don't do that. You don't do it, all right? Never in my life have I seen, being an Eagles fan, have I seen a bunch of bitches, and that's what I'm going to call them. They're a bunch of bitches. Come out and do that. You got to be kidding me. I understand that the team is frustrated because they're not winning games and they're going to back their fucking coach. I understand that, but you don't go after fans like that, man. And it was a guy and his son. You got to be kidding. Fuck out of here, man. I'm not trying to hear this shit, man. And then, you know, media trying to say, oh, well, it didn't really happen. And these guys saying, oh, well, you know, we didn't, you know, go and threaten them. Of course they're going to say that on camera. They don't want to be look like his assholes, all right? But I'll put it like this. If you didn't threaten him, then why did yesterday, like I said, you went out and apologized to him? You went out and apologized to him, took pictures with him. So if you didn't threaten him, then why did you need to go over there and apologize? Fuck out of my face, man. I'm not trying to hear this whole bullshit, all right? But apparently, Eagles fans have no problem. As I told you guys before in this show, I'm not about kissing the Eagles' ass. When someone does wrong, I'm going to call them the fuck on it, all right? And I'll challenge them on it. Like I said, send this video. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't care, all right? Because I'm willing to back up what I say. Unlike the rest of these clowns who sit in the fucking car. Oh, don't make me get out the fucking car. What you going to do if you do? What are you going to do? Because you're not going to get a chance to get out the fucking car if you try that shit with me or a lot of other people in this fucking city. Alright? Understand that. Trying to hear this shit, man. But y'all Eagles fans, y'all still kissing these ass. You know, I understand. Like I said, we won. I understand you won't take the win. But understand that with Rex Grossman's 4 interceptions, the way the defense played, because there was times where Coleman was too aggressive and he cost us penalties. Alright? And we still had mistakes. Understand that we still almost lost this game. And Michael Vick is coming out and acting like, this is why we back. Because these guys are acting like they won a fucking Super Bowl. They acting like it's over. Like I said, I understand we needed to win. We broke the losing streak. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. But don't act like everything's okay all of a sudden. No. We got a bye week, and then next week we play again. And you know what? If this team doesn't do any better, it's over. Wide receiver 10, 3 catches, what, 45 yards? Macklin showed up again. Macklin and McCoy. Have you noticed every time McCoy has more than 25 touches, I believe we're 2-1 with him having 25 touches? Seriously, keep running the ball. I've seen some formations that we haven't seen in 10 years. And this is my problem with that because everyone's cheering. I'm thinking to myself, because Reed said in the post conference, you know, and I had said on Twitter, all right, before, you know, the post-game conference, that, you know, I haven't seen these formations, and if he's been sitting on this for this long, I'm very pissed off at him. I'm very disappointed at him. And he gets out there in the post-conference, in the press conference, and says, well, we've had these for so long. Well, if you had these plays for so long, why haven't you executed them? Why haven't you used them? Seriously, I don't understand this. You will keep passing and passing and passing until you get into this hole, and you keep thinking passing is going to get us out of it. No. All right? You have to keep running the ball. They ran the ball great on Sunday. I'll give them credit. They ran the ball great. But understand that if he's had these plays in his back pocket the entire time, then, man, Philly fans should be even more pissed off. They should. It's not like he drew up the play that week just to go up against the Redskins after looking at tape. No, he's saying he had this all along. Guys, this team is a bust. It's a bust. We have all the talent, but we don't have what it takes for leadership to bring these guys together. And like I said, I'm not going to get on the quarterback because there's times Michael Vick tried to keep a play alive and tried to do something great and it didn't work. All right, fine, whatever. All right? Michael Vick is taking way too many shots out there. And the people who were threatened by Kelsey and Mathis, they were saying to them, you know, why don't you take some of that anger and use it to protect your quarterback? Once again, we still having problems with Vic. At this point, Vic has to run. If he doesn't run, we're screwed. All right, because them receivers apparently aren't doing their job, and it's not all the receivers, but it's some of them because a lot of them don't come back. Once a play is broken, you see your quarterback going away, you have to come back to him. I've said this last season, but they don't listen. All right, I just don't understand it. All right, but you have to understand, guys, that this Eagles team is pretty much done for the season. All right, and you keep saying, you know, just some Eagles fans are saying we're going to win out. Yeah, you're fucking crazy. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. We're not going to win every game from here on out, all right? But it does build momentum. It gives them confidence. Understand that. But you cannot act like everything is okay, it's great, it's gravy, and all of a sudden rainbows is everywhere and sunshine and all this other bullshit, all right? The Eagles are still an arrogant team. Vince Young gets out there. Michael Vick was, apparently, they said he had grass in his eye, whatever. Vince Young comes out there, first play, throws a fucking duck, fucking Aflac, fucking interception. All right, Michael Vick was just on sideline like, you know what, I'm not taking this shit. I'm getting back in the game. And I don't blame him, all right? Mr. Dream Team, Vince Young, sit the fuck down. Yeah, fill the bench. Anyways, guys, I need to move on, all right? NFL was great this week. I don't know how many times I keep saying it, all right? I don't know how many times. Give Cam Newton some support. Seriously, North Carolina, you got a talent on your hands. Your team can be really great. You just need a couple more additions. That's all you need. And you're pretty much, as far as I'm concerned, if that guy keeps playing that level, you get a couple more additions, you're Super Bowl bound. I'm not going to sit here and lie. That's how I feel. Now, I want to move on because, as we know, Dallas blew it. Patriots won. Tony Romo tried, but as we all know, Tony Romo at this point, he hasn't been clutch all season. Well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say he hasn't been clutch all season. 1 week he's clutch. 1 week he isn't. He's turning into Rex Grossman. That's what he's turning into. Dallas fans, you really have to be worried about Tony Romo at this point. And Witten, I understand he's his best friend, so he's going to keep throwing to him as a bailout. But now I'm seeing Witten do a lot of things, a lot of complaining out there. I don't understand it. If you can't get Dez Bryant open, you need to look at someone else at this point. And your running backs are still doing good, but your blocking really needs to help them out. I mean, I don't get it. All right, I really don't. Minnesota got dogged. I mean, seriously, put McNabb on the bench, sit him down. He's done for the season. Once he got, if anyone saw the game against the Bears, when they were in the end zone, all right, when they were in their own end zone, and McNabb backed up to throw the ball, and the Bears came and tackled him for the safety. That's right, they came and tackled for the safety. Did anyone see what he was doing? He was smiling. He was smiling. You're smiling because you got tackled for a safety. McNabb, sit the fuck down. You had that shit down in Philly. You haven't learned anything. You haven't learned a fucking thing. Anyways, also, in more news, as we all know, for those who saw the San Francisco-Detroit game, all right, coaches are fighting now. Coaches are fighting. I don't get it. I mean, it really wasn't that big of a deal, but I can understand why they would start. I mean, because he kind of hit him hard in the back. Understand that the guy was hyped up. You have to understand he's pumped. He just won the game, all right? But the coaches apparently didn't like that. They got into this little brawl. I wouldn't even say a brawl. It was more of just a shouting match. And then the one football player, if you watch the football player, he's laughing and he's pushing him away. And then this assistant coordinator looks like comes and tries to push the football player, and the football player doesn't move. It's like, you got to be kidding me. All right, this is more than what it needs to be, but they should have been fined as far as I'm concerned, because if that was players, then you'd have fined the shit out of them. But all of a sudden the coaches, yeah, it's a spirit. Look, if that's the case, Roger Goodell, because you're very inconsistent. If you're not going to find coaches, then you can't find the players for that. The players for that as well. Understand that. Now, I also need to move on because I have some NBA news for you guys. All right, that's right, NBA news, man. For those who don't understand, the lockout is coming. We all know this, right? And it's funny because not too long ago, I had talked about this a couple weeks ago, how the NBA players should, make their own league if they need to. Remember that? Well, apparently a couple weeks ago, I had said something to Carmelo Anthony on his Twitter, and I asked him about if they would make their own league, and here's the tweet for that. Now, Carmelo never got back to me. Never did, all right? But people were telling me, yo, Carmelo was talking to Amari about it, and all these people were talking about it. And I'm like, well, I don't care because he never got back to me about it. He never responded to me. And then this shit happens.
Okay, and what about Amari's contention that you guys could form your own league at worst case?
Well, all we got to do is just, start up a winter league and just find one of these local gyms out here and start a basketball league. I mean, that's what everybody's been doing all summer. So all we have to do is turn the summer leagues into the winter leagues, and we'll have our own league.
Wow. It sounds like he's saying yes, right?
Well, it's an option. Well, Mellon,
I support it.
It's whatever, man. I don't even care at this point. I'm not taking credit. No, I'm not. However, I was kind of disappointed that Carmelo didn't get back to me, after asking a serious question, because he was being bombarded by fans because Carmelo was saying how the fans don't understand the players' needs and that they need more money, they should deserve it. And the fans are saying, hey, you wouldn't be anything without the fans or that ball anyway. And we saw this not too long ago with Delonte West. All right, you wouldn't be anybody, so you should be happy with what you got already. That's what the fans were saying to him. And he's like, I know. He's like, everybody in NBA understands that without the fans, we're nothing. Well, if you feel that way, Carmelo, maybe you should take that mentality and roll it over to that bitch LeBron, because obviously he doesn't feel the same way. Yeah, I'm saying it. All right, but I want to keep talking about athletes on Twitter because I'll put it like this. There's a lot of athletes that are just assholes. Now, you Philly fans, understand, I talked about this not too long ago about, Jimmy Rollins tweeting about his wife and, before, getting ready for the big game when we were eliminated. Yeah. All right, let's talk about that for a minute, all right? Because Jimmy Rollins, like I said, he didn't come back, over the weekend until, until that weekend was over. He was avoiding the fans. Well, then he comes back out again. Y'all should see my beautiful wife. They said, why do you want us to see your beautiful wife? It's your wife. I don't care about your wife. I don't care. Why do you keep tweeting about your wife? I understand you love your wife. I understand you want to know that. I understand you wanted to have exposure, but I don't care. And you didn't learn from anything because that's what got you in trouble in the first place before we were eliminated in the playoffs. That's what fans are jumping on you about. You obviously didn't learn anything, Jimmy Rollins. So as far as I'm concerned, I unfollowed him. I got tired of it. I unfollowed a lot of athletes because they start acting like assholes. Vance Worley. So, this traffic on I-76 is messed up. Well, what do you expect over the weekend? That's what happens. And I tweet him, and then he says, well, I'm only going to retweet women saying it. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why am I wasting my time with you then, clown? So I unfollowed his ass. I mean, seriously, it goes to show you that for everything, and we've already known this, that athletes are just assholes in general, all right, that they can't be praised as gods. We know this, all right? But when you have assholes that just come out and say things of this nature, it's like you can't be that fucking stupid. But you know what? You can't tell them anything because they get paid all this money. You can't. So logic just leaves. It just runs out the door for some reason, all right? But understand, guys, more NBA news. I need to move on, all right? For those who don't know, there has been breaking news here for Philly, all right? The Sixers, that's right, the Sixers' new owners have stepped up, and two of those new owners are Will and Jada Smith. That's right, all right? Mr. Getting Jiggy, Mr. Fresh Prince, he is now owning the Sixers. He's in collaboration with other owners to own the Sixers. Now, with this type of big news, guys, understand, I feel right now the NBA will not be locked out all season, all right? There's no way you would get big-time celebrities like Will and Jada, all right? And just to say now, I didn't know that Jada was part of a heavy metal band. I didn't know this, all right? But apparently she is. Will and Jada, all right? There's no way you can get these type of celebrities to back a franchise, a basketball franchise, if there isn't going to be a season this year. No way. No way would that happen. But they've already started making moves. Because Sixers fans, I am happy to announce to you guys that Ed Stefanski is gone. Now, we've been asking this for a long time, all right? He is now gone. You will not have to see him anymore. Thorne will be taking over GM duties. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, as we all know what he did with the Nets. But, guys, understand the Sixers are doing big, and I need to talk about this for a little bit, guys, because for those who have not been watching my video game videos, y'all know that I'm trying to get the city to help me renovate some places, all right? Whether, with rec centers and building arcades and things of that nature, all right, with City Hall. Well, City Hall still giving me the runaround until last night where I had to jump all over the mayor because he just keeps talking about himself, all right? Instead of helping people. And last night really pissed me off because y'all know about it. I've been doing this for about a month, about a month and a half, 2 months now, trying to get their attention to get this project off the ground. And they keep ignoring me. Well, last night was the last straw because apparently on his Twitter, because I have to follow him to make sure that, keep him in check, see what's going on, a lot of people were he was retweeting a lot of people's posts because they were saying, and literally, yo dog, when you going to come and finish paving my cement, paving my street? And he was like, where's your location? I'll get it done right then and there. Another person was like, yo, homie. He was like, when you going to fix these potholes in my street? And he was like, where's your location? I'll get it right done then and there. That's what he was saying. So I was like, hold the fuck up. I've been trying to get a meeting with you for 2 months now. For 2 months. To renovate basketball courts and ice hockey rinks and take abandoned houses, and let's just say abandoned houses, but places, and turn them into rec centers. To give people places, especially kids, somewhere to go, because you keep blaming you for all these violent activities, but yet you don't give them nowhere to go, all right? So I got on him about it. And I was really pissed off because I'm like, it took me two months now. All right? I've been trying to get at you, and you keep pushing me off, and you keep ignoring me, and you keep saying, go talk to this person, go talk to my secretary, go do this, go do that. You keep having me jump through fucking hoops, and I'm tired of it. All right? But yet some dude can come out and be like, yo, when you gonna fix something, and you gonna jump? You gonna jump? You gonna jump, Toby? Is that what you gonna do? Look, let me tell you something, all right? Because I'm getting real tired of this shit. And I jumped on all over him. I was telling him how, you know, it's sad that all of a sudden, all City Hall, they don't care. They don't care to fix anything. That's the problem. And I said, you know, you keep pushing me off on these people who just ignore me anyway. And then the secretary came out and said, you know what? It's time that you met. I believe it's J.K. Harris, who apparently he runs a part of the youth section for Michael Nutter. Now, as far as I'm feeling, it's not the youth section I'm worried about. I need city planners and people who can help me, you know, renovate certain places. But if I have to go through the youth advisor or whatever, if I have to go through him, then by all means, I'll do that. All right? But it shouldn't take me, and I said this to them, I said it shouldn't take me to get mad and yell at you guys to get a response. I said every time I turn around, I'm nice to you guys, I'm respectful to you guys, and you ignore me. I said, but as soon as I get mad and start yelling and telling you how it is, then you want to pay me attention. And then I look like a crazy guy because I'm yelling at people all the time. See, this is the problem, all right? Because you don't care about anyone but yourselves. And that's the problem. Man. Look, guys, I'm just trying to do something for my city. You can hate on that all you want, I don't care. But at least I'm trying to make moves. No one else is trying to make moves. I don't get it. But whatever, man. Seriously, I'm waiting for J.K. Harris to get back to me. We'll see what happens, all right? Because like I said, this needs to be done, especially now that it's fall. We can get some shit done. We really can, all right? There's plenty of hockey rinks, or should I say ice hockey places, that don't utilize everything due to the fact that, hey, they only say, well, they only have, you know, free skate. Why? Why do they have free skate? Why is it that ice hockey rinks, you know, are closed down in the summer and the winter? I mean, not in the winter, in the summer and the spring. And when I talked to those people, they said because the funding for it isn't enough. They can't keep it running or whatever. That's because you don't have enough things. You should know by now, if you're going to run a place like that, you set a certain amount of time for free skate. You set a certain amount of time for hockey leagues. You set a certain amount of time for, you know, trying to teach how to ice skate. You have all these different things to run down. That's how you keep places open, all right? But they don't want to hear that. And we're talking the University of Penn. We're talking down here, the River Rink? That's outdoors, so I understand it's hot. The ice is going to melt quicker, right? But the place over here on Washington Avenue, Washington, Delaware, yeah. All right, there's a lot of places here that can be taken care of. The only, right now, the only ice hockey place you could go to is the Flyers skate zone. And that's because the Flyers help fund it. That's the only reason. All right, but there's places, we'll say roller skating places could be used. There's so many places here, and because other roller skating places have shut down. All right, and you're talking about the one on Roosevelt and the Boulevard, yeah, they shut down due to the fact that, you know, there wasn't enough people, or they only used it for, once again, free skate. You can have roller hockey competitions there and teach people how to do things. Like I said, there's so many places you can use those things for that would help. And we're not just talking, like I said, it's not, listen, I'm trying to span out. It's not just about basketball and football and baseball and all. If this is a big sports town, then why aren't we using it for what it should be, you know, what it could be to its maximum potential? Why not? I don't understand this, but yet the city wants to keep sitting on its ass. And I understand that now the election is going on, so the mayor is going to do all he can to get those votes, but this is pathetic. This is pathetic, guys. Anyways, I'm done for the day. I'm tired. I'm just frustrated. I just want to get this over and done with so I know what's going on with this guy. Because like I said, if that doesn't work, I got to go somewhere else. I know a guy who's actually Will Smith's bodyguard. Yes, I know Will Smith only when he comes into Philadelphia, though. So if I need to go talk to him so I can talk to Will, maybe I can get him to help me, you know, renovate some of these places. I mean, if you're willing to drop millions of dollars on the bum-ass Sixers right now, maybe you can help renovate some of these places and actually work to your liking, because the hometown will see that you're actually trying to make, you know, things happen. You can build a rapport with the fans. You can probably bring in more season tickets. I'm just saying. Everything has a plan. I'm just saying. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. I'm out.